Hola, mi gente. It's Doña Liz. Welcome to another episode of Mycelia Familia. Um, Mycelia Familia is a collective community where we invite people from all backgrounds of wherever you come from. You can share your art, you can share your music, you can share your poetry, or if you just need someone to talk to, just reach out to us and we'll reach back out and let you know you're not alone in your journey. And today's topic is about parenthood. There's been a lot of self-reflection about myself being a parent and about my own parents and what they've done for me and taught me in terms of the wisdom that I carry through them, amongst other things. Recently, someone had asked me, does it get better as time goes on when you become a parent? And I didn't know how to quite answer that question. It actually made me ponder on that question a lot. And from what I can remember, I think I said that no. I believe I said no. Because I expressed that in today's time and the way our economy is going, when you become a parent, you need two incomes to be able to sustain not only yourself, your partner, and now the new being you guys created together. And the only reason why I say that is because, I think back to how much a can of formula costs. It's almost $50 for a can of formula. And then when you look at the diapers, you're just like, geez, that's insane. And it just adds up. It all adds up. And then, to me, in my current time, I believe two incomes is a necessity to survive and to provide a sustainable roof over everyone's head in the familia. And right now, I'm pretty much by myself. And it's a lot more harder for me now that I'm by myself with 3 children, 2 of them who are with me full time. And of course, with one of them being diagnosed with a special need, and then another one who is also approaching their own diagnosis of their own needs. And as a parent, advocating for their needs is hard because I'm the one meeting with specialists. I'm the one requesting evaluations being done for them. Pretty much the point of contact in regards to their well-being. And with the knowledge that I know, I'm able to say, this is what I see, and I'm just curious where they need to be at since this is their age. And I know where they need to be at, but I am just asking a specialist or any external service that is, evaluating my children their point of view, their perspective, because things are always evolving. Things are always changing in terms of human development, and with new research coming out every year. And, doing all that by myself, it's definitely hard because it prevents me from working a full-time job. And that's why I say there needs to be two incomes, because I can't survive off of a part-time job while raising these children on my own. And I know that, I made these choices to be on my own, and that is to create a sense of peace and show my children that I can be happy. And I know that decision within itself, it's not an easy one, but I would much rather take this route where I'm going being on my own for probably a long while, because being on my own, I've noticed that I have been able to progress in a way where I am able to meet my own needs along with meeting their needs along the way. And, that's just how I feel about it being on my own. But it is very hard since it is just one income. And yeah, in a dream world, I'd have a partner here next to me, and who also has, a proper job, taking care of themselves, and, finding a balance of how we care for the needs of the house, the needs of the kids, and our own selves. But parenthood can be hard, especially when everyone, has grown up in many different dynamics from where they come from. I know I came from a two-parent household, and from what my parents, conditioned me and provided me with great wisdom, I always remember them expressing to me as a child, "Mija, you'll understand when you get older," about why I'm so stressed out, why I'm going to work, why I need to go buy this, that, and the third. And I totally get it now that I'm a parent, because they would also say, "You'll understand when you have your own children why we do the things we do." And I, in a sense, have more of appreciation to their existence today, and I appreciate all the things that they've done for not just me but my siblings as well, because without the both of them, well, I wouldn't be who I am, because I had both of them. And I know that there are people out there who were raised by single parents. And I have seen my friends who were raised by single parents go pretty far. And I am remembering and reminiscing a time of when my dad came up here so that he can find some work and spend some time with me, and also help him with some things. And I remember when he got acquainted with some people in the community. Before he had left, he had asked these people to please take care of my daughter. Please make sure she's okay and she's safe. And I never understood why he expressed that to strangers. And I can understand that now. Because I also recently saw someone in community go through the same thing, where their parent, held my hand, looked me in the eyes and said, I love my daughter so much, and all I do pray is that you guys take care of her and make sure that she's okay. Because I love her so much and I don't want anything to happen to her. And I looked at them in the eyes and I said, this is a great community that they're in, and I'm very sure that she will be taken care of, and I'll do my best to be a great sister, even though I'm not biologically their sister. I said thank you for being here and for bringing your daughter into this world. She has such a bright light within her. And I just, reflected on what my dad told these other strangers because of this experience I had with this person in the community. And I feel that same thing for my children too. Just the simple fact that my child goes to school, I always hope that the kids around her treat her with kindness. They take care of her as she takes care of them, and they love each other and cherish each other in those spaces and be children while they can be children. And it's gonna be the same thing once they eventually are able to be independent and be on their own. I recently, saw one of my friends post a picture of their child graduating from high school, and then now they're moving out and going off on their own, and expressing how their house is not going to be the same without having them there. And I completely understand that feeling, because earlier today my son was making a mess in the kitchen. as much as it was bothersome to an extent, I also had to remind myself that I enjoy my children's presence. I enjoy having them around me because they make me feel like I'm not alone. And I can't picture my life without them. And that's the hardest thing right there. I just hope that the world, people in different communities will respect them, hear them out, and protect them while they protect others. Because I know the world can be complicated, and that's all I want as a parent, is to make sure that my children are happy, that they're safe, and that they're loved. And they are. I'm never gonna forget this saying that my oldest dad tells her, you are beautiful, you are smart, you are loved. And I'm never gonna forget that experience of them expressing that to my oldest, because those words being expressed to her, in a sense, made her feel like she's not alone, and that she is smart, and that she is beautiful, and she is loved. And I have to remind my two youngest the same thing, that I love them, that I believe they are smart, and that I believe they are beautiful. And I also have to tell that to my inner child too. I know that my parents did shower me in love. I know they expressed that they love me so much and that they want me to be safe and that I am smart and I am beautiful. But parenthood, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful experience. But I know there are people out there in the world who are waiting to be a parent, and that's okay. And there are people out there who don't want to have children for all their own reasonings, and that's okay too. You don't have to be a parent to be a part of Mycelia Familia. And you know, parenthood can look in all forms. You know, you can be giving birth to a business. You can be giving birth to a project. You can be giving birth to a new hobby, a new activity. Maybe giving birth to a type of learning in your journey. Parenthood can look in all forms. You can have a plant, you can have a pet. Shoot, parenthood is your own home. The home you create and the people who come into it. But that's all I would like to share with the Mycelia Familia. And I hope you guys find ways to share some kindness, share some love, and find a way to help people feel safe. Especially if you see people out in the community, that takes courage. It takes a lot of courage. So I thank you guys for watching my videos, listening to my voice, and listening to the random pieces of my experiences. And that you guys are beautiful, you guys are loved, and you all are smart. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.